Hello everyone, it's Mr. Wyman again, and now I am going to read for you, with you, Half Chicken by Alma Flor, Ada, illustrated by Kim Howard. And this is a Mexican folk tale. All folk tales have a message. They have a theme, a lesson that you're supposed to learn. What is Half Chicken telling us through this story? I hope you enjoy it. This is one of my favorites. It's really kind of funny, and the illustrations make it a little bit silly. Have you ever seen a weather vane? Do you know why there is a little rooster on one end, spinning around to let us know which way the wind is blowing? Well, I'll tell you. It's an old story that my grandmother once told me. And before that, her grandmother told it to her. It goes like this. Now, before I start reading this story, what's happening here? This is the introduction to the story, but who's speaking? Who's telling this tale? Is it in first person, second person, third person? Do we know any characters yet? No, but the author of the story did set it up with a purpose, didn't they? They introduced the idea of a weather vane, and weather vanes are kind of that two-dimensional, like flat look. So there's a silhouette, an outline, but there's no three dimensions. It doesn't have that that depth, right, in three dimensions. All right, let's find out our story of the weather vane. A long time ago, on a Mexican ranch, a mother hen was sitting on her eggs. One by one, the baby chicks began to hatch, leaving their empty shells behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 whole chicks had hatched, but the last egg still had not cracked open. The hen did not know what to do. The chicks were running here and there, and she could not chase after them because she was still sitting on the last egg. So she was stuck, and her kids were running around. Finally, there was a tiny sound. The baby chick was pecking at its egg from the inside. The hen quickly helped it break open the shell, which chickens should not do, and you'll learn this if we study embryology. It's very, very bad, and that could actually have been the problem with our chick friend here. The hen quickly helped it break through the shell, and at last, the 13th, which is a significant number, chick came out into the world. Yet, this was no ordinary chick. He had only one wing, only one leg, only one eye, and only half as many feathers as the other chicks. It was not long before everyone at the ranch knew that a very special chick had been born. I like how they called it a special chick. The ducks told the turkeys told the pigeons told the swallows, and the swallows flew over the fields, spreading the news to the cows grazing peacefully with their calves, the fierce bulls, and the swift horses. There's one of our vocabulary words. Soon, the hen was surrounded by animals who wanted to see the strange chicken. So we've gone from special to strange. One of the ducks said, "But he only has one wing." Is it polite to point out differences or things that you notice? And one of the turkeys added, "Why, he's only a half chicken." From then on, everyone called him Half Chicken. And look, see how it's capitalized, the H and half and the C and chicken? So what's that tell you? It tells you that it's a proper noun, and they called him that. That was his name, Half Chicken. And it's emphasized with the capital letters. And Half Chicken, finding himself at the center of all this attention, became very vain. What's vain mean? He was very proud. Look at him holding his head up. And what made him proud? What's the cause? The effect is him becoming vain. What caused that? Well, the fact that he was getting all of this attention. He was the center of attention. Everyone was looking at the Half Chicken. Have you heard about the Half Chicken? Have you heard about the Half Chicken? Oh my goodness, look at the Half Chicken. Along with vain and vanity, you've got weather vane, which is spelled differently, right? One day, so it's a homophone because it sounds the same over the phone, but it's spelled differently, and it means something completely different. One day, he overheard the swallows who traveled a great deal talking about him. Not even at the court of the viceroy in Mexico City is there anyone so unique. Oh wow, the viceroy would be the person in charge of the government. Then Half Chicken decided that it was time for him to leave the ranch. Early one morning, he said his farewells, announcing, "Goodbye, goodbye. I'm off to Mexico City to see the court of the viceroy." And hip hop, off he went, hippity hopping along on his only foot. Half Chicken had not walked very far when he found a stream whose waters were blocked by some branches. "Good morning, Half Chicken. Would you please move the branches that are blocking my way?" asked the stream. Now wait a minute. Can streams talk? Of course not. We've got some personification going on in here. And we have anthropomorphism from all these animals acting like people, don't we? Half Chicken moved the branches aside. Oh, thank goodness, that's friendly. But when the stream suggested that he stay a while and take a swim, he answered, "I have no time to lose. I'm off to Mexico City to see the court of the viceroy." And hip hop, off he went, hippity hopping along on his only foot. A little while later, Half Chicken found a small fire burning between some rocks. The fire was almost out. "Good morning, Half Chicken. Please fan me a little with your wing, for I am about to go out," asked the fire. Oh, so the fire is talking to him. Another type of personification. And here we have two elements. First water, the stream, and now the fire. Half Chicken fanned the fire with his wing, and it blazed up again. But when the fire suggested that he stay a while and warm up, he answered, "I have no time to lose. I'm off to Mexico City to see the court of the viceroy." And hip hop, off he went, hippity hopping along on his only foot. Now, in stories like this, whenever you see something repeated, don't you get the sense of like a song or a poem, right? You need to pay special attention to that because authors and storytellers will use that. It's part of the lesson. So what's happening over and over? It's this repeated thing. Let's see what happens next in repeating and how similar it is to the previous repeats. After he had walked a little farther, Half Chicken found the wind another element, tangled in some bushes. "Good morning, Half Chicken. Would you please untangle me so that I can go on my way?" asked the wind. Half Chicken untangled the branches, but when the wind suggested that he stay and play and offered to help him fly here and there like a dry leaf, he answered, "What do you think? I have no time to lose. I'm off to Mexico City to see the court of the viceroy." And hip hop, off he went, hippity hopping along on his only foot. At last, he reached Mexico City. So, and these numbers come up in folk tales and legends. They're significant. 13 is significant. 3 is significant. Water, fire, and wind. 3 elements Half Chicken came in contact with. Half Chicken crossed the enormous, great plaza. He passed the stalls laden with meat, fish, vegetables, fruit, cheese, and honey. He passed the parion, the market where all kinds of beautiful goods were sold. Finally, he reached the gate of the viceroy's palace. "Good afternoon," said Half Chicken to the guards in fancy uniforms who stood in front of the palace. "I've come to see the viceroy." One of the guards began to laugh. The other one said, "You'd better go in around the back and through the kitchen." So Half Chicken went hip hop around the palace to the kitchen. Okay, before I read this page, you've got a chicken, albeit half one, going into a kitchen. Do you sense a problem here? And now a cook who saw him said, "What luck! This chicken is just what I need to make a soup for the viscerin. And he threw Half Chicken into a kettle of water that was sitting on the fire. Oh no, what's going to happen? Make a prediction. When Half Chicken felt how hot the water was, he said, "Oh, fire, help me! Please don't burn me!" Now wait a minute. Did Half Chicken stay and help the fire or play with the fire? The fire answered, "You helped me when I needed help. Now it's my turn to help you." So he did help the fire, didn't he? Ask the water to jump on me and put me out. Then Half Chicken asked the water, "Oh, water, help me. Please jump on the fire and put him out so he won't burn me." And the water answered, "You helped me when I needed help. Now it's my turn to help you." And he jumped on the fire and put him out. When the cook returned, he saw that the water had spilled and the fire was out. "This chicken has been more trouble than he's worth," exclaimed the cook. "Besides, one of the ladies in waiting just told me that the viscerine doesn't want any soup. She wants to eat nothing but salad." And he picked Half Chicken up by his only leg and flung him out the window. When Half Chicken was tumbling through the air, he called out, "Oh, wind, help me, please." And the wind answered, "You helped me." Do you see the repeating, right? Repeating. And the wind answered, "You helped me when I needed help. Now it's my turn to help you." And the wind blew fiercely. He lifted Half Chicken higher and higher until the little rooster landed on one of the towers of the palace. From there you can see everything you want. Half Chicken with no danger of ending up in the cooking pot. And from that day on, weathercocks have stood on their one only leg, seeing everything that happens below and pointing whichever way their friend the wind blows. And they do look rather vain, don't they? Standing erect with their head in the air. So, what was the lesson? What was the theme or message of the story? What could you learn? Well, maybe something like what goes around comes around. Since Half Chicken helped the three elements, they helped him when he needed help, right? There are oftentimes many themes within stories. I hope you enjoyed this one, and good luck answering some of the comprehension questions. Look back at the text, even if you did listen to me reading this for you.